How not to lose yourself when you fall in love. Hi, friends, it's Sharon, and welcome to the Salem podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about something that I think most people in their 20s have felt at least once, and I think more specifically, more ladies than men. How not to lose yourself when you fall in love. Love is beautiful, love is sweet, love will scatter your brain every once in a while. But love should never erase you. And many times, without meaning to, we give up our voices, our boundaries, dreams, all in the name of connection. So, the aim of this episode is to gently remind you that you can love deeply and still remain yourself. So, the first thing I want to tell you is that love should expand you, not shrink you. So, love is supposed to make you more of yourself, more confident, more peaceful, more grounded. But many of us were raised on the idea that love means sacrifice, and yes, it does, but it doesn't mean over sacrifice. It doesn't mean disappear for your partner kind of sacrifice. So, because of how we were taught, we will now start to give away little pieces of ourselves, our voices, our dreams, our routines, even our friendships. Not because the person in question demanded it, but it's because we are just taught that that's what good girlfriends do. But truth of the matter is, real love, the kind that God designed, does not require you to shrink yourself. It rather invites you to grow. Now, something that's very important for you to know is you must know the things that make you you. Let us say now maybe your name is Precious. You must know the things that make you precious. That if these things are not here, I'm most likely not precious, right? So one reason why people would always lose themselves in relationship is simple. They never really paused to know themselves outside of a relationship. Like my auntie would say, you don't know who you are until you've actually moved out of certain spaces, especially education wise, because there are always people around. You have like a set routine because you're in school. But like when you go out into the real world, you discover habits that you have, you discover your preference for things. And a number of people do not really get to that point before they get into relationships. So they've never really paused to know themselves outside of relationship. Before love comes, ask yourself this question. What grounds me? What are the things that are non-negotiables in my life? What are the things that I enjoy doing? What are the habits that I have that make me feel like me? And what are the dreams that I have that I refuse to abandon for anybody or anything? Because if you don't know these things, you trade them without realizing it. So the concept of self-awareness is basically an anchor. Self-awareness is your anchor. It keeps you steady, it keeps you grounded, especially when love gets loud and exciting. Don't abandon your community. A lot of people disappear when they fall in love, especially not intentionally but slowly. You realize that you've stopped replying your friends, you've stopped showing up, you've stopped being present in the life you had before. And the dangerous thing is, love can make you feel like you don't need anyone else, but you actually do. You really, 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 really do. And this point is something that evil men feed on. Notice that, okay, you fall in love with somebody, you begin to shrink yourself, the person starts to take you away from your family, takes you away from your community, take you away from people that care about you, basically isolating you. That's something that a lot of people do that they are not supposed to be doing. You need community. Love will always thrive in community. You need people, you need friends, you need relationships that will keep you grounded, because if the only person that you really like to talk to is your spouse or your boyfriend or whatever, your girlfriend, that's a red flag. Oh, that is a serious red flag. So you need people to always be there to check on you, to support you, to pray for you, to remind you of who you are. You need people that basically knew you before the relationship started. Community will make sure you stay grounded, you stay rooted. So it's very important that you do not throw away that community, you do not abandon those people. Maintain your spiritual rhythm. Now, this one is very major. It is very easy to let romance replace intimacy with God. Now, a number of things I've mentioned, most of them are not intentional. You don't do them intentionally. But because you start spending more time on calls, more time texting, more time with a person, you now realize that you're spending less time with the person that really holds your identity. So if you're not careful, you realize that that relationship will become your new devotional. Your partner will become your emotional oxygen. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, you should not talk to your partner and stuff, but you realize that when things happen, before you can process to take it to God, you've already gone to that person first, you've already gone to speak to that person, and that's how you lose yourself. Your foundation with God, or your work with God rather, is the foundation that helps you to recognize when something is wrong. That work with God that you have is something that helps you to realize when your boundaries are shifting, when your heart is becoming too attached in the wrong way. Now, God created love, God loves love, but it was never meant to replace the place of God. Many people do not know that. That's how I don't know if I should call it idolatry, but I cannot explain how much this thing really seeps into our lives. Begin to idolize the relationship, begin to idolize that person, that partner that you have. And it's okay to love somebody deeply. But one thing you must make sure not to do is letting that relationship become your God. Now, you must also learn something. You must learn to communicate your needs very clearly. A lot of losing yourself happens silently. You feel something, but you don't say anything about it. You need space, but you don't ask for it. They probably say or do something that you disagree with, but you don't talk about it. You just swallow everything because you are scared. You are scared of rocking the boat. You are scared of disappointing that person. You are scared of being too much or saying too much or doing too much. But the truth of the matter is, the right person will want the real you. The right person will want the real you, not the edited version. So communicating your needs early and often will make sure you are grounded. It will keep the relationship healthy, and to also keep resentment away. Healthy relationships also have, when people, you don't have to always agree all the time. You don't want to always agree all the time. Now, the last thing I'll talk about is love with boundaries. Boundaries do not make your love weaker, they just make it more sustainable. So you can be soft and still have standards. You can be vulnerable and still have limits. You can be as affectionate as you want to be and still protect your peace. Why? Because a healthy relationship has space for two people. It has space for two people, not one person and one shadow. It has space for two people. So if you have been scared of losing yourself, or maybe you've already lost a piece of yourself and you're trying to find it again, breathe. Love will not end you. Love is not supposed to erase you. The right person, right, will meet you where you are. They will celebrate your individuality. they will add to your life without replacing it. So it's possible to love deeply and stay whole. Both of them can exist. Both of them should exist, right? It's possible to love deeply and also wholly. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this reminds someone of who they really are. Till next time, bye.